So, what we look for is what we want to do is make a nice long cut, a nice long diagonal, expose as much cambium tissue as possible. And what I like to do is, you notice buds sort of corkscrew their way around. So we find a spot on the back side of a bud. I usually put my thumb up against it. I can hold it like this. Make a long cut like this. Start it and pull it through. It's not real long. So, I make it maybe 4 or 5 times the length as the width. But this isn't probably too bad. So a tree that I can match the cut being that long by that wide. So I can take the tip of my knife, stick it in like that, dig it in just enough that I can mimic the same size. You can see they're pretty close. If I set it on top, my outer diameters match. So the cambium tissue should line up. You can see where that is. Okay, I could bind this together and it might grow, but it's a real weak joint because there's nothing there to really hold it. So about 1/3 of the way from this edge, stick my blade in there and I start making a little back cut like this. Not very far. And then I take this part, put my knife in about the same spot on the opposite part and make the same cut like that. And you can knit these two together just like that. See how much stronger that is? And then we'll trim this to about 3 buds. That's all we want. That's all it can really support. Now, I'll have one of you toss me, take the rubber band. This is the fun part. This is the part that's going to drive you nuts. You make sure it's lined up, set your rubber band down there, hold it with a fingertip, wrap it around once, and you get it to bite. It's going to hold. And so what you do then is work it back and forth, up and down to keep the rubber band. The rubber band puts pressure, so it pulls it together really nice. You wrap it around a couple of times. And when you get down to about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, stick your thumb in there, wrap it around it once, go underneath, let go, and with your tip of your thumb, you can pull the tail of that through and tie a knot. Just as slick as pie. My job is to make it look stupidly easy, and then I watch you all go. So next we want to do is keep this from drying out. So I have a product called parafilm. It's just a kind of like a wax strip. It doesn't stick to anything except when you kind of pull and stretch it slowly and carefully. It seals up the graft. You cover over this end and it seals it up really nicely. And there's your grafted tree, just like that.